This year's BSTP Hall of Fame Lifetime Achievement Award goes to a family from Warren, Illinois. This involves an amazing 50 years of being BSTP members and pullers. Yes, you heard it right. All 50 years of BSTP's existence. Gary started pulling with BSTP in 1974, the very first year Badger State was founded, and started out as an organized club. His first event was ironically in Warren, Illinois. He began pulling with an International 766 in the 9,000-pound non-turbo class, evolving into an International 966 in the 9,000, 10,000, and 12,000-pound turbo classes. And then, in 1985, into the Pro Stock class. They've been in the Pro Stock class ever since. The tractor model now is a Case IH MX255.
Now, many of you may not be able to identify that front end, but to a tractor aficionado, it's as easy as looking at a 57 Chevy Bel Air and screaming out the name. The original 966 Internationals are some of the best-known tractors in all of farm implements, and for that matter, in all of pulling. You're looking at one of the most beautiful ever built, and therefore is this event's Lucas Oil Best Appearing Tractor winner. But Gary Brinkmeier has campaigned this vehicle in the Pro Stock category now for long enough to know that in a sport that, well, depends on brand identity, you'd better be prepared to make the international fans happy out there, because every time you pull out on the track, every international fan out there is expecting you to do something to the John Deeres.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's not too many red ones out there competing right now, and we try our best to keep things going and represent the red color.
Now, the tractor itself is beautiful, but most importantly, it's competitive, and it seems for quite a few seasons now in the Pro Stock class that the John Deeres may have a technological advantage in some way.
Yeah, they have had. They've been ahead of us. It's taken till this year, really, till we're catching up much.
Now, what has been the biggest change to make this tractor kick with them?
Well, we've had to change our cubic inch and try to catch up that way. I think that's where they've had most of their advantages, cubic inch-wise.
How big is this one now?
Well, we're not quite big enough yet, but...
That's the ultimate tractor driver's way of telling us he's not about to tell us how big the engine is in this International, but we brought it here to show you how good it looks. We'll let the cubic inches speak for themselves out on the dirt.
The tractor name started out as Foolish Pleasure and eventually was changed to Fuelish Pleasure. Fuelish Pleasure has many BSTP wins and points championships over the years. Gary has also been a past BSTP board member and class representative for 21 years, treasurer for 1 year, and vice president for 1 year. Gary's son Tim was also a board member and class representative for 2 years. Gary was inducted into the BSTP Hall of Fame in 2011.
Out of power as we look at the only international in the class. 9 in the pull-off, 1 red one. Here we go, Ted.
Well, the challenge is on. He has to beat 292.43 feet. He has all of those John Deere stacked against him. The fans are pulling. The red stands are up. He's done it! Gary Brinkmeier, 297 feet, outpulls Wishmeyer by a solid 5 feet.
As for family involvement with the driving duties, in 1986, Gary's son Tim began driving. In 1989, Gary's son Don. In 2015, Tim's son Jared. In 2016, Don's son Alex. And in 2023, Don's son Ben. Gary has since retired his driving duties, but as you just heard, Foolish Pleasure currently has 5 family member drivers. That's over 3 generations. And also, there is the support of the family member wives, Sharon, Denise, Rachel, Samantha, and Anna. This family truly has been a staple with BSTP for the past 50 years, dedicated members, pullers, and friends of Badger State. role models to all BSTP members and pullers.
Well, I believe it's official. The one lone international that manages to stay and or get into the pull-off, and you go out and beat up on all them grain tractors.
Well, everybody's got to have their day, Ken. Tonight was ours, so tractor ran really good for us, and I hope it can continue that way. So
I think it was the setup that the crew chief put in it over here.
she does help me a lot, I'll tell you.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much. We really had fun here tonight.
Please help us welcome the Brinkmeier family as your first 2024 Badger State Tractor Pullers Lifetime Achievement Award. 50 years, members and pullers.